of a confession to make here. It hasn't gone to plan.
My dust shield for my bump stop is snapped.
Oh God, this is a fucking nightmare. Why is it every job I do sounds super simple, but when you get to it, it is not. And I'm making myself look like a bit of a knob, but I'm going to persevere. Welcome back to another episode of the Sentimental Car Club, where today you find me driving in Guenther, the E46 BMW 325 Ci. We've got a little problem though. Now, Guenther here has had his suspension changed over the last few weeks. You might have seen the previous video. We've had a slight issue with that. A bit of a confession to make here. It hasn't gone to plan. He's been tracked, he's had his springs and shocks changed on the rear, and we put a new anti-roll bar on the front. We have a pretty loud clunking noise coming from the back of the car. I guess you've got to learn from your mistakes, so this is one. I think I know what the problem is, and I will try to show you the issue when I go around this corner now. Yeah, big tap from the back there. Big tap. Definitely I can hear it. So I think the best thing to do is get this car up to the farm, get it on some ramps. Let's take a look.
Okay, so one of the first things I've noticed is my dust shield for my bump stop is snapped. So that obviously wasn't fitted correctly. And we seem to have the same problem on this side. So that's not brilliant. Yeah, these are the offending articles for the anti-roll bar. But it's these drop links in here. These are supposed to be done up under tension, and I don't think we had the car on its wheels before. So what we did previously was I think we just put the hub under a bit of tension with the jack, which I don't think was enough. So yeah, we got some stuff that needs looking at here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, one of the things that I was advised to take a look at is this is a differential, and there's a bush on the differential. This can cause problems. This is the bush here. It doesn't look like it's too badly perished. I think that's doing its job. Also, we're not having any problems under acceleration. This is usually with cornering when the weight shifts from side to side. That's why I'm pretty certain that it's going to be the sway bar. God, this is it's a bit of a nightmare. Shit. Oh God, this is a fucking nightmare. How are we gonna do you? How are we gonna get you undone? Alright, no, alright. Why is it every job I do sounds super simple, but when you get to it, it is not. It's not super simple. Oh shit, what do we do? What do we do? I don't want to be jacking you up with the wheel off, but I think I've got to. Yep, it's wheel off time. Fuck. Okay, now we've got this this wheel off. You can see what the spring's doing there. And a drop link over the back. But look at the state of this bump stop. It's gotten itself smashed to pieces. I don't know how that has happened. It all looks good up here. It would have just been hanging on there. Something's gone awry because it's happened on both sides. So we've obviously done something wrong. If anyone has any ideas, do let me know. Yeah, let's get it. These guys over here, we need to have a look at now. Let's have a go at that. Oh my god, this isn't going to be easy either. It's quite loose now. Right, I think in here, I think this bolt side to side across that drop link, that must be the one that needs adjusting, because I cannot see that this here, or the one on the other side with a spanner on it, I can't see that they would be the ones that are causing any knocking. They don't seem to have a, like, they can only go into that position. There's no sort of adjustment with them. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to change that one. Okay, so I've just torqued that one back up. I'm going to try the other one. Then I think we can get some tension on it and see if that solves our problem. Car's back up on the stands, so we're under tension. We just now need to tighten up the top of that drop link, which is actually now above the arm and I am underneath it. So this is going to be a real challenge. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. So up in here, the bolts are actually, they're now above this part of the arm. So I will need to try and get my spanners up there somehow. I try to film this as best I can, but you're not going to see a great deal if I'm honest. So give it a whirl. Okay, let's try and get you in around that side. Okay, that kind of felt like it was on, but I don't think it was. Okay, I think one of them is on. All right. Come on, you motherfucker. Now we just gotta try and get the other one on. Oh my god, the principle was so much easier when it was on the other side with the wheel off, obviously. I only need 4 hands and then I'll be alright. I'm probably doing this really wrong, and there's probably a really obvious and much easier way of doing it. And I'm making myself look like a bit of a knob, but I'm going to persevere. I feel like that will solve some of my problems. Maybe. Christ. There's just really not enough room. I don't know if I mentioned how tight this space is. It's not getting any easier. The problem I've got, even when these 2 spanners go on, there's almost no room in which to move your hand to get even a remote part of a turn on one of them. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I had the right idea before. Come on. One more go. One more go. Okay, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Right, I've had to think about it, and I think it's impossible to do it with the wheel on. I think I'm going to have to jack it up. Yeah, it's going to have to go back off the stands, wheel off again, and then we'll have to work out how much to jack the hub up by and see it. But that's how we did it before, but not in a very precise manner. So yeah, that's all I can think of doing. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know what I forgot to do. I should have measured the position of the hub before I started jacking it up, so I know how far to push it up when the wheels are. .330 to the centre of the hub. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to jack up the hub to the same height that the wheel was when it was sitting on the floor. Hopefully, same amount of tension. Do those bolts up, and this is probably the easiest way to do it to start with. Right, just going to get the tape. There you are, 330. In the middle of the hub. We've got a little way to go. Okay, I'm going to say pretty good to my eye. It's not really coming out on screen, but I think that's where the wheel sits. Roughly there. Now we can do these up. Okay, so 13. Let's have a look at you. How did I undo this before? Okay, I'm getting something on it. Yes, yes. You can see this nut. We are getting a lift on it. Okay, so they're both done up. The moment of truth, really. Just got to put it back down, take it for a drive, see what happens. Test drive time. See how we go. Weather's closing in, it's raining a bit now. It's not great. Sounded like it was clunking a bit as I turned left there. Not sure I fixed my problem, but give it a proper test. I don't have to take it apart again. Okay, I'm down a bit of a hill at the moment. I'm gonna take the left here, see if it does it. I'm coming off a faster road than a 30, which is when it normally happens, but let's give it a go. Oh no, we're on our way. No, I've still got a grinding. I have not fixed my problem. Shit. Right, another left turn. Let's give it a whirl. No sound that time. Yeah, but then as I shift the weight, as the car turns, it does make a bit of noise. Yeah, definitely still clunking. I've not fixed the problem. If anyone's got any ideas what I'm doing wrong, do let me know. And yeah, on that disappointment, we'll see you again next time. I think I know what the problem is, and I will try to show you the issue when I go around this corner now. Here we go. Typically didn't fucking do it that time. Oh god. Right, let's go again. Fuck my life. Gonna make the dullest video fucking ever.